Thanks, Jerome. Happy to take questions.
Is there any hope for regional Victoria to have their lockdown eased this week?
As the Premier and the Chief Health Officer have indicated, there are still plans for not a snapback, but certainly an easing of restrictions for regional Victoria, with the likely exception of the Shepparton, Goulburn Valley area because of the cluster there. And that will be focusing around support measures, wellbeing measures and a gradual easing. It shouldn't be seen as a snapback to where we were, say, in April or May, but certainly a recognition that the chains of transmission in the regions are different, and in most of the regions, very different to what they are in metropolitan Melbourne. And the region's main risks continue to be, as we've seen with the truck drivers and others, a combination of importing the virus, particularly from New South Wales, and making sure that the metropolitan Melbourne leaks don't get into our regions.
Minister, the doses from the UK, the Pfizer doses, when do you expect them to be bookings available in the system in Victoria?
So as I understand it, they're coming in a series of flights over, well, one flight has arrived, but over coming days and weeks. They go through a batch processing check with the TGA at the Commonwealth level. We're hopeful that they will be landing in Victoria and into Victorian arms, both through our GPs and our state-run clinics, by the end of this week.
Have you got an update or any figures on how the uptake of the Year 12s making their bookings has gone?
I understand it's been extremely busy. An extremely enthusiastic group of Year 12 and Year 11s who want to have that crack at the certainty that both the GAT and the exams will bring them. I don't have exact figures, but I do understand when it went live it was extraordinarily busy. Please hang in there. There's heaps of resources going in to make sure that that targeted group of somewhere between 50 and 67,000 young people can get in, get booked and get the certainty that they're looking for.
Do we need to do anything on the capacity side, Minister, with all the vaccine supply coming in? Do we have the logistical capacity at the moment to ramp up, or are there things we need to do to ramp that up?
Look, we can always look to do more. At the moment, we're still a little bit constrained by supply. We, with the notable exception of those bookings that I passed reference to early, there are plenty of valid bookings that can be done through both the state-run clinics and the GP networks now. As the Chief Health Officer has said on many occasions, the most effective vaccine is the one that's available and ready to go into your arm today. There are plenty of AZ opportunities in our state-run clinics, in our pharmacies and in our GPs. There are plenty of experts there who can take you through the very risk-based assessments that you need to go through. And we've seen more AZ in that category in Victoria than I'm advised than any other state. And that shows that Victorians want to get in and get vaccinated. In regards to what's next, with more Moderna apparently coming on supply in the not-too-distant future through pharmacies, and then hopefully even more other mRNA vaccines together with quite a strong supply of AstraZeneca, we're always looking to further platforms that can get out the vaccines as quickly and as effectively and as safely as we possibly can.